Hey, what's up, crypto friends? My name is Edward Ornelas, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing my top 3 altcoins that I'm watching for the upcoming month of November. All right, let's talk about it right here, right now. Alright guys, so before we get started, I would like to mention that all 3 of these tokens are going to be available straight on Binance Exchange, okay? I will be doing a video on Binance, but also if you are not familiar with Binance, you should get familiar. It is possibly the biggest crypto exchange available today. I mean, there's definitely other bigger ones, but this is definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest, right? So again, these are all going to be available on Binance. I'm going to leave my referral link in the description below for you to check out Binance, just because that's where I trade my altcoins. All right, and I have been using this platform now for the past 2.5 years or so it's quite reliable. Anyways, so let's get right into the first one. So the first coin that I am bullish on is known as Cocos. All right, COCOS, Cocos. And let's talk about why I'm bullish on Cocos. First of all, I don't know what it does or what it is. And in fact, all these coins that I'm going to talk about on this list, I don't know what they do. And simply for the fact that I don't care. All right. Most of the coins that I've made money on, I never know what they do anyways. So it doesn't matter to me. All right. Doesn't mean you can't make money on it. Okay. So I just want to put that out of the way here. So the first one though is called Cocos. And the reason I'm so bullish on this is because from a technical analysis standpoint, right, from a chart standpoint, it recently just broke out of its bear trend or its downtrend. And recently has been seeing a lot of volume, buy volume, which is a really, really good thing. I mentioned this coin in yesterday's video, how it had over 3 million in volume or so. And as of right now, I believe it still has, it has more. It has 6.7 million. All right. So there's definitely a lot of people interested in this coin. And I think that this one will be a top performer in the next coming weeks or so. Okay. So the reason I'm super bullish on this is because, it broke out of its bear trend. It is also now above that 200 exponential moving average, right? So this little orange line right here, as you guys can see. And so anytime that a coin breaks out of that 200 exponential moving average, it tends to perform really, really well. Okay, so this isn't a guarantee, but what I would like to see now for the next coming days is for it to consolidate, right? To see some more, sideways price action, similar to what we saw right here, right? Something like that. And then before seeing another breakout. But in the event that it does break out, and again, if it does, right? There's a possibility it won't, it can't, or it won't. I do see a possible upside of anywhere from upwards of 20% to at its highest peak around 130, 140 or so, all right, percent, which is a lot. All right, that's a lot of money to be made there, okay? And again, this isn't a guarantee, this isn't financial advice, but if we can base it on another project that looks similar to it, was like Chile's, right? Like if you look at Chile's from its consolidation up here, it performed over 120% close to. All right, so I do think that these both have the same patterns going on, and so I do think that similarly that Cocos can perform similarly to what Chile's did, right? So this is my first coin that I'm going to be looking at, and I'm going to be eyeing for the next coming week or so. So into the month of November, I think that this will be a really good performer. Okay. And remember guys, I'm a trader, meaning that I buy these coins and sell them right away. I don't hold these. So don't expect to come back to me and be like, hey Edward, are you still holding Cocos like 3 months later? Because I'm probably not. All right. I probably sold it and I made some money on it, and I'm on to the next one. Okay. So just keep that in mind. The next one I'm going to be looking at for the month of November is TRX, or also known as Tron. You're saying, why, Edward? Why are you bullish on Tron? Because it is a very, I guess you could say, controversial coin, really. Justin Sun, controversial person. I get it. I get it. But like I said before earlier in the video, I don't care about fundamentals, nor do I care what the projects do or the people behind them. All right. All I care about is making money. All right. And again, this is very specific to what I'm about to say here, that this could do well. But if it doesn't, then everything I'm about to say here, just throw it out the window and completely ignore it. All right. But anyways, so the reason I'm bullish on Tron is because of its flagging formation that it has kind of going on right now, actually. All right. So if Tron can manage to maintain this flag formation and hold it, I think we could honestly see Tron break out. And then for the next couple of weeks, we could honestly see Tron perform really well, right? Assuming this holds right here and assuming we start to see a breakout. At that point, I do think that Tron does have a lot of upside, at least in my opinion, anywhere from, let's say for example, right here, this has anywhere from 40% to upwards of 80 to even 100%, guys. So that is, again, only if it holds this flagging formation. This could honestly change within the next 24 hours as I'm recording this, okay? So if you're watching this maybe a week later and it doesn't look at all like this, then move on probably to the next one. And if we also look at its BTC chart, right, because this is USD chart. So let's pull up its BTC. All right, so on his BTC chart, it also looks extremely phenomenal here, guys. I like the way that it's formulating. It looks like it's flat, formulating a nice flagging wedge on its 4 hourly on its BTC chart. It also, similarly to like Cocos, it did break its bear trend on its BTC chart. And so when I see that right there, it just leads me to be that it's going to be very bullish and it's going to perform really well, possibly within the next couple of weeks or so. And so, like I said before, on its BTC chart, this could have an upside around 50% to, like I said, upwards of 100, because that is where we're going to see a lot of resistance for sure. So that's my second coin that I'm longing, or I'm possibly going to long, right? I'm not actually in any positions right now with any of these coins, but if I start to see that there is movement or momentum, then I will for sure. All right, let's talk about the last one. And this is actually ZRX or 0x. So let's pull up 0x. Okay, where's it at? Here it is. Okay. So I've actually been pretty bullish on 0x now for the past couple of weeks, and I have been charting this pretty consistently. It did see a breakout not too long ago from its previous wedge right here, right? So this was wedging, and it did perform over 60%, right? So it's already up quite a bit in theory. And so now what I want to look for ZRX is actually more consolidation, right? So I want to see this kind of flag out, something like this. And then eventually, if we can get a flagging wedge, maybe towards like mid-November or even late November for that matter, I think that ZRX could really perform really well. I think it could see some breakouts and see an upside of anywhere from 50% to upwards of even 200%, right? That sounds really crazy, I know, but like similar to what is it, Tron? It actually just broke its bear trend as well, right? So that's why, as you can see, there's a recurrent theme here, right? Breaking bear trends, continuing, some momentum going on. So that's what I like to look for. I like to see breaks in bear trends and continuation towards the upside. And when I'm seeing stuff like that, when I see stuff like that, then that leads me to believe that this could be very bullish, okay? So that's why I'm pretty bullish on ZRX. And I mean, fundamentally, I guess ZRX really is, a decent coin. It does have some projects behind it. Honestly, I don't really care. I don't use crypto for its intended purpose. I just use it to trade it, to make money off of it. And just, as long as the chart looks pretty decent, I will trade it and I will buy it and trade it, right? So that's just my stance on all this situation. And like I mentioned before, though, on every single one of these coins, guys, I'm not going to hold them for an extended period of time, or I'm not going to, don't expect me to be a bag holder of these for months and months at a time. No, guys, I'm only going to buy these. And if I see that it still continues to do well, I'm going to hold them. But the moment I see that it's going to possibly, go down, I'm going to sell them right away, guys. I'm not here to hold or believe in the projects of these coins. I'm only here to make money, and as long as they continue to hold their structure, right, their consolidation, their wedges, their flagging wedges, then I think that they will perform really well, and I think that they could do good in the next coming weeks or so. So let me know what you guys think about these three coins. Again, just a quick recap. So the first one was Cocos, right? I think this one could do really well in the next coming week or so. The next one is, of course, TRX. Like I mentioned, this one's very specific. It has to hold its current support structure. If it doesn't, then it changes everything that I'll talk about in this video for it. And the last one, of course, is ZRX. All right, so I think ZRX could do really well. It already kind of has, so if I can see more consolidation in the next coming weeks, I think that this could continue to do well, right? So I want to hear in the comment section below, what coins are you looking at? What coins are you interested in? All right. Don't come at me with like Link or Matic just because, well, Matic maybe. Matic has an opportunity. But Link, on the other hand, I think Link is just way already too extended. So that's just my personal take on Link. So anyways, so if you enjoy this content, guys, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and of course, I'll see you on the next one.